Oh, nice one. Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
You went somebody with you that day.
Yeah.
A lady. Some lady you had with you?
Oh, yes, the Black Bear, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They wanted two of you. You know, which the big one. I remember right. They got an exercise today, did they first? I came here last Thursday week and it was everything business. I sat flying at 7:30 and they all went on until 6:45.
Let's get a shot on the road.
Make them stop?
No, ready made.
Ah.
Da, 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 da. A very, very good morning, ladies, gents and teddy bears. How are we all doing? What we got, Ted? What we got? A beautiful morning here at Lakenheath. It's Thursday. It's not Friday, don't forget. So don't get caught out. Feels like a Friday today, but I'll try and remember to stream tomorrow. Beautiful. Right, let's see what we can have a look at. Have we got anything down the other end, Ted? Nothing just yet. So, aircraft are running. Welcome to RAF Lakenheath, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Home of the 48 Fighter Wing. And we're just waiting for the aircraft to taxi. So we should expect to see F-15E Strike Eagles and F-35A Lightning II aircraft. And the squadrons that fly here are the 492nd Fighter Squadron, the Mad Hatters, locally known as the Bowlers. And I've just seen from Simon a bowler bike. Not seen one of them before. Did a mini video for you, so I'll members, I'll pop that on for you. A bowler bike, that was quite nice, and I'll be featuring that on our members video. I've never seen a bowler bike before, which I have. Thanks Simon for sharing that, one of our posh officers. So the 492nd Fighter Squadron, they fly the F-15E Strike Eagle. And next up we got the 493rd, the Grim Reapers. Fear the Reaper flying this, the F-35A. Just taxiing now. Here comes trouble. Look at this F-35A there now. Now the Grim Reapers, the legends that they are, the MiG killers. Got a strong, enriched reputation for getting the job done. The Grim Reapers, who retired there, said goodbye to their F-15 C&Ds, and in 2022 re-equipped with this, the F-35A. Next up, the Panthers, who are the 494th Fighter Squadron. They fly the F-15E Strike Eagle. Bleed red, the finest, meanest, baddest. They'll be out soon, I would imagine. And also making Lakenheath the very first USAFE wing to operate the F-35A came back after 30 years of being inactive. Last aircraft was they were flying was the F-111 F Aardvark. They were known as the Thundervarks. Of the 48 fighter wing, the squadron to have flown the least amount due to their inactivity. They've been inactive when you add it all up for about 60 years or so. So they've got a bit of catching up to do with aircraft, but nevertheless, they've made Lakenheath the very first USAFE wing to operate the F-35A. They arrived on the 17th of December 2021. They are, with a name change, the Valkyries. Mala Ipsa Nova. Bad news itself. So we've got 4 combat-ready fighter squadrons here at Lakenheath. For those that have just joined us, welcome. How you doing? Hope you're good. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, and a good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Lakenheath is a Royal Air Force station that was built in 1940, operated by the Royal Air Force from 1941 till its closure 45-46 and reopened in 48, and then from 1948 the 504th Air Completion Unit arrived here, the first residence of the United States Air Force, and from 1948 has been operated by the United States Air Force in Europe, hence the letter E at the end. And the airfield has seen a variety of aircraft with a few of its legends as well. A lot of pilots becoming legends here at Lakenheath, both Royal Air Force and United States Air Force. Hope we're all good, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Welcome to the show. And it's Thursday, so what are we going to get today? That's the beauty of plane spotting, you just never know. So we've seen F-35A taxiing across. So that should start things up. So the catwalk not really being used today for departures, but we'll see them taxi down here on their arrival and taxi back. So that's a Ted Coningsby vocab, that, the catwalk, although officially it's just called a taxiway, but catwalk does sound better. The taxiway to our right, this is what we call on the Ted Coningsby channel the Warrior Walk. Now we've named it the Warrior Walk, named after the Lakenheath warrior who was dug up in 97. Yep, dating 1600 years ago to the 5th, 6th century. He was 5'10", buried with his horse, weapons, shield, sword, an array of jewellery, offerings, and he was named the Lakenheath warrior. So as far as military is concerned, it's had its connections all the way back to the Anglo-Saxon period here in Britain. And I'm a bit prepared for the wind, because I don't know, I hope it's not like yesterday. That was pretty tragic yesterday, but we got there in the end. Even during World War I, ladies, gents and teddy bears, the area and the vicinity has always been military connected. I've been trying to dig out some early airfields around the area, that were in use by US Army air services, and they were training the troops and airmen in the vicinity. There's also there used to be a firing range, and this vicinity used to be a air weapons range and a bombing range for biplanes, and so it's had quite a strong association with military here and combat here at Lakenheath. And just over the road in that distance where we were yesterday, of course, in 1934, RAF Mildenhall opened its hangars on the 16th of October 1934. Now just to my right, same sort of distance, about 5.5 miles away, the backwards crow flies, is a base that was built, RAF Feltwell. Now even today it still serves as a US Air Force base. It is connected with the 48th, with their intelligence side of things. Look down there, see if we've got any more F-35s taxiing. And that was built in 1936. RAF Feltwell again, so 5.5. So Lakenheath literally smack bang in the middle. With Hendons, and then finally operating Wellingtons. Now Mildenhall was operating in its early stages the Handley Page Hayford, but when things kicked off with World War II in 1939, 1st of September, the possibilities of attacks on airfields were very high. So in 1940, this airfield served as a decoy airfield. So they actually specifically built it to mimic and look like Mildenhall from the skies. So the idea is to turn off all the lights at Mildenhall, turn on the lights here, and make it look like Mildenhall. Now there would have been fake Wellington bombers to mimic the aircraft that were positioned and operated at Mildenhall, and there would have been a officer in a bunker operating what's called Q site. Now there were K and Q operations, sometimes K and Q together, which is a code for night and day. So K for day and Q for night. Now what that means is the officer in the bunker would be operating all the lights and making it look like an active airfield. And from records that I found, Lakenheath actually got attacked 5 times, thus saving Mildenhall 5 times. And it was in 1941 that Lakenheath became a satellite station. What that means is that it's managed by RAF Mildenhall. So Mildenhall will be managing it until eventually the first residents arrived to make it an active airfield. And that was in 1941. It was number 20 operational training unit who arrived all the way from RAF Lossiemouth. So the very first aircraft to operate at RAF Lakenheath was this, the Wellington bomber. Made sense because at Mildenhall, with various squadrons, 149, 199 that were there, 149 were operating the Wellingtons, it made sense to have an operational training unit nearby to train them. Now you're probably thinking that's a long way to go, Lossiemouth training unit all the way here, so a good 500 to 600 miles away. But the reasons being, from what I could gather, is that although it was Lossiemouth was positioned quite far away, at the time it was perfect to have a training unit there, but they actually felt that they would actually start actual missions from there because they were being attacked from the north. So it made sense to do that, and causing sort of a threat to the operational training unit. And operational training unit, are they taking off already? So yeah, if you imagine Lossiemouth under attack, you've got a training unit there, and operational training unit, a bit like an OCU, training airmen on aircraft. They taken off already?
I think so.
Okay. Oh yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, clear to take off.
Well, fasten your seatbelts, here we go. Well, that was a lovely surprise. So there we go. Probably. So yeah, operational training unit, ladies, gents, and teddy bears, suffered a lot of casualties. 10% of losses of Bomber Command were all lost in training. That's over 5,000 men lost in training. So having them at Lossiemouth and actually having active operations would cause even more dangers for them. So they came all the way here to Lakenheath to carry on their training, number 20 operational training unit. And the Wellington bomber, a couple of things there, made with its geodetic airframe designed by Barnes Wallis, and it was the fastest assembled bomber of the Royal Air Force. It was assembled in a record-breaking 23 hours and 15 minutes and flown the very next day within 24 hours of assembly. That is a world record at that time, and it's a beautiful twin-engine bomber with 16 variants, over 11,400 made. It had a very, very good reputation, the Wellington bomber, a classic. So there we go. Let's see what else we got here. That's a nice start, 7:45. Hope we're all good, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. I think that caught everyone out, that one. Start smashing the like button, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. Let's ride. And hit the like button and subscribe to your one and only Ted Coningsby channel. So yeah, from operational training unit to actually having squadrons based here at the Royal Air Force, with 149, 199 arriving here, until eventually it became its own independent station, and that was in 1943. But after the war, Lakenheath closed as it was chosen with alongside Marham and Skullthorpe to become a VHB station, very heavy bomber station, which means B-29s. And B-29s did finally arrive here, like we said. They would have needed to, the reason for the closure, you had to reinforce the runways and make them stronger and more and longer as well. And B-29s arrived here. Now then, good news is that we have F-35s down the end. Look. Yeah, so the 2nd Bombardment Group, the 307th Bombardment Group, they arrived here with their B-29s. But of course, as mentioned earlier, the 504th Air Completion Unit arrived here. It became an air squadron in the end. Lakenheath's 48 Fighter Wing didn't arrive here until the same year that the Beatles formed in 1960. 15th of Jan 1960. And they arrived here with their F-100 Super Sabres. Here we go. Cleared for takeoff. Here we go. Can hear F-15 starting up as well, which is good. Here we go, F-35 time. Let's ride! See ya! And don't worry, we've got more. Well, this is going to take some beating. .3 decibels on our tedometer. Oh. Beautiful. Hope we're all good, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel. And we've just seen some quick climbs. Oh yes, and I can hear Pratt & Whitney F100 229s starting up, which means one thing: F-15E Strike Eagles. So, one simply cannot just go out and do a quick climb, ladies, gents and teddy bears. It has to be cleared for many, many reasons. Don't forget, an unrestricted climb, quick climb, they're the same thing. What that means is they're dealing with an unrestricted climb rate. They don't always go dead vertical, straight up. They can do all sorts of stuff like that. It's the rate of climb that's going to be in the hands of the pilot to go full thrust afterburner on. Now, when you're dealing with something that's got 43,000 pounds of thrust, reaching speeds of 350 miles per hour plus before pulling up into a 60-degree vertical climbing aircraft, what that means is there's going to be a little bit of additional work with tower. They have to make sure that there's nothing in the vicinity, any traffic, any barriers, any voids, any aircraft that may be conflicting, maybe in the way, so traffic. So this has to be dealt with in a very careful manner, and it's all about safety. So pilots have to request it. Sometimes they are denied anyway, but you may hear tower can tell a pilot quick climbs are on request. So there are going to be days where they wouldn't be allowed to do it, especially as you've got Mildenhall nearby as well, with aircraft that are quite close. But it all depends on how high they've been cleared to climb to, because you'll hear, for example, flight level. So if you hear flight level 120, that's 12,000 feet. Flight level 150 is 15,000 feet. All you got to do with flight level is just add 2 zeros to it. So if it's flight level, I don't know, 50, that's 5,000 feet for, it could be to drop it down to a particular height on incoming aircraft or aircraft working in the block, etc. Flight level 100 is 10,000 feet. So there you go, just a quick one there. G's pulled, for those that are wondering, it's between 5 and 6 G's that the pilot will experience briefly on that kind of quick climb. Hey man, how you doing, Paul? All right, man?
You alright?
Yeah, good, man. What's going on?
How's it going?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Yeah, all good.
Was that
You alright?
2?
4 so far.
4.
Yeah, 4. Been a good start so far. There's another one just sat there. There's F-15 just started up as well, so yeah. Starting.
How are you doing then?
Yeah, very well, man. Very well. All good, man. You alright, yeah?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Good times.
A little bit later than I was hoping.
That's alright. It's all good. So, just a 1 over there at the minute. Yeah, man.
Alright, how you doing?
So it's all to do with thrust to weight ratio, ladies, gents and teddy bears. You probably, especially from watching our shows, or if you've been plane spotting at Coningsby with their Typhoons. It is all to do with the thrust to weight ratio. It's a bit like racing cars as well. Weight reduction. If you've got the same engine, say for example my van, you start taking out the roof rack, start taking out lots of bits and pieces, take off the bonnet cover, take off the hood, you're going to weight reduct it, which means it will go faster. And that's pretty much what you're talking about here. How we doing, ladies, gents, and teddy bears? Hope we're all good. My name's Nikos, cameraman and commentator. How we doing? I hope it's not too bright like that. Should be all right. Might have to do it in a different way. So you got the Typhoon. All right, there we go. How we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? My name's Nikos, cameraman and commentator. This is your Typhoon, and the thrust to weight ratio on a Typhoon is phenomenal. We're fully loaded, fully fueled. All right, it's to do with the amount of power to how much it weighs. If, for example, we took off these drop tanks, the Typhoon would weigh a little bit less. If you had half the fuel, the Typhoon would weigh a bit less. The Typhoon, because of its power, 20,000 pounds of thrust with reheats in total, that's 40,000 pounds of thrust with reheats, that's 20,000 on each engine. Because of the weight of the Typhoon, it is able to defy the pull from you know, that the aircraft's worst enemy. But because of this, because it weighs less weight than your usual aircraft, which we'll talk about in just a second, this is why the Typhoon can actually, from 8 seconds, so literally it's got its brakes on, pilot will whack on full reheats, reheats is afterburner, and from 8 seconds we'll be able to reach speeds of, it depends on the pilot, but let's say for argument's sake about 185 miles per hour. Literally 8 seconds, the Typhoon can pull up into a 50 degree, 60 degree and accelerate. This is the thing, it's doing all the hard work in just those 8 seconds. It can start accelerating. Now when you think about it, 180 miles per hour from just 8 seconds hasn't really got down the runway a lot, has it? It's before even the arrestor cable, it's pulling up and climbing and accelerating, because it doesn't weigh as much as other fighter jets, for example, okay? And that's fully fueled, fully loaded. If you were to start adding really heavy ordnance, it's not going to accelerate as much. And so 8 seconds, and then in 22 seconds time it would have gone supersonic. How amazing is that? So if you were to I don't know, make it heavier, again the performance wouldn't be as much, hence thrust to weight ratio. Now the way to get around that, let's take our F-35 for example. Now this is a lot heavier. This is a heavier aircraft. Let's have a look if we got any departures. So it's a heavier aircraft. It's got 43,000 pounds of thrust. Okay, so 3,000 pound more. But what it needs to do, because of if it starts having fully loaded, fully fueled with extra blue tack on the bottom, adding a bit more weight, what this needs to do, what they do an unrestricted climb or a quick climb. What they're going to do here is get the speed behind them. And the way to do that is to, once rotated from brakes, they'll maintain 60 feet to 120 feet, clear the entire runway usually, or just about here, just before the fence here. They would have gained speeds of around 350 miles per hour, sometimes maybe more. So they've got the speed behind them, which is why now they've got the speed to try and beat that force of gravity, and then they got that assist. So if they were to go 180 miles per hour and try to do that, they may struggle a little bit to do that. So which is why they're going to gain speed, because they're heavier. If the F-35A had half the fuel with no ordnance on there, it could do a performance takeoff. It's got similar thrust to weight ratio when you do it that way, but fully fueled, fully loaded, it would need to clear the runway 350 plus, up you go. Same with the F-15E Strike Eagle. It's to do with the thrust to weight ratio of what you've got on your aircraft. You know it is, right? Let's see what we got here now. Don't forget, max speed has nothing to do with acceleration. I can tell you now that the the acceleration on the F-35 is quicker than the F-15E Strike Eagle, but like we said, max speed is max speed. That's different. It's a different type of thing. The max speed on the F-15E Strike Eagle is Mach 2.5. That's 2.5 times speed of sound. And you said speed of light. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? And the F-35A is Mach 1.6. But again, if you adjust max speed, you can adjust acceleration.
Yeah, I hadn't put any more on actually. I was going to put some more smaller there.
Lot of spooling aircraft, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. Go, Mark. Yeah, you're right. So, how we doing, ladies, gents, and teddy bears? Hope we're all good. Now we're doing Rise and Shine to Pratt & Whitney's F-135 PW100, which is different to the F-35B, as we mentioned at Marham. The Pratt & Whitney's version of the F-135 is almost double the size on the PW600 variant, and that's because of the additional lift system of Rolls-Royce added to that. Why not? It's a lot heavier, but it ain't no bother to hover with an F-35B. Yeah, I love the hat, man.
Yeah, we got to have the free.
You got the hat, he got it. Yeah, nice one, man.
Yeah. So that was really quick with Claire.
That was, yeah, she's good, she's good.
And the jumper as well.
Oh, nice one,
But I haven't
nice
got that
one.
one. It's going to be a bit toasty.
Yeah, it's not as warm as I thought it was going to be, but it's okay. It's a bit better than the few days ago or a week ago when it was.
I just have to watch out for my big ears. That 15's still down there?
It's just one F-35.
Oh, F-35.
But I can hear F-15s.
Oh, start up.
I can hear them spooling and starting up, so. There we go, let's have a look at us. We've got, so just the one at the moment, but don't worry, there'll be more. There'll be more. Oh, oh. Lots of you tuned in. Don't forget to do your checklist as well, your pre-flight checklist, to hit the like button, and of course, if you're not already done so, subscribe to the one and only Ted Coningsby channel. What a great week we've had already, and wasn't Mildenhall absolutely busy with scenes that we've added that are reminiscent of fighter stations, right? So an amazing day yesterday at Mildenhall, really, really busy. Marham, great, really busy. Coningsby, it's all been a great week, and we're not finished yet. It feels like a Friday, but we've still got one show to go yet, as well as today's one. And welcome, ladies, gents, teddy bears. So subscribe, and if you are already subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification bell button. You'll be notified of our latest and greatest live streams and videos. And of course, Shorts Sunday. It's not compulsory to wear shorts on Short Sunday, but if you want to, tune into our shorts, giving you free highlights of the week with our shorts. And 90k is not looking far away, is it? With our little channel. And of course, treat yourself to official Ted Coningsby merchandise on tedconingsby.co.uk. And we are viewing from the official aircraft viewing area as well. It's open to the public. And plenty of parking. And if the enclosure is full, there is plenty of parking on the overflow as it leads up to the enclosure, to the aircraft viewing area. There is a burger van just outside. Dave and his legendary breakfast and burgers, they are really good. Enjoy. So breakfast, brunch and lunch. There are bins provided here, however there are no toilet facilities, so you'll have to improvise, if you know what I mean. Just thought I'd let you know. There are rules, ladies, gents, teddy bears, to keep things sweet and neat so that we allow this wonderful thing to happen. I've zoomed out so you can have a look. There's the fence. Please don't touch the fence. Rest your ladders on the fence or start climbing it. Absolutely not. You can see there's barbed wire there. And if you were to rest your ladders on there, one, you're damaging the fence, and two, if you were to fall, the first thing you're going to do is reach your hand to grab the fence, and you'll be met with, ouch, barbed wire. You don't want to be grabbing that, and which is again a safety thing as well. So please respect that. There are bins provided, so please, if you can, bring your own bag, put your litter in the bag and then put it in the bins. It's a little Ted Coningsby little housekeeping we try to recommend. Reason is, you know, you could go on a little day out to the beach, I don't know, wherever you want to go, or Lake District where there are no bins at all, and you know, if you're going plane spotting, or even if you're doing unplane spotting related stuff, no plane spotting, but you can have a nice habit of having a bag so you can put your rubbish in and either take it home, or if there's a bin provided. The reason why I say that, because I've put tissues in the bin and the wind's just blown it straight back out, and you know, that's called FOD if it goes on the airfield, foreign object debris, which can be an engine destroyer. Basics: no drone zone. This is a military area. Please, no drones. If you were to spot anyone attempting to fly a drone, there are numbers provided on the signs where you can contact the relevant authorities. The day and age that we live in, please look after yourselves. If you are in any danger, call 999. Just look out for each other. If you are venturing off to other places or coming here, there are a couple of places again that you don't park at. One, sorry, actually I'll zoom out because there's someone in there. There's a gate over there. Please don't block that. It is a 24-hour access gate for the base. Please do not block that. It is, and also to the right of that is a drive, sort of an access road for the residents down there. Please, under no circumstances do you even drive down there or park down there, unless of course you're going to see the people up there, if that makes sense. But yeah, don't block that. And of course, if you are venturing off to the forest entrance, what is going on here? If you're going to the forest entrance, please be careful and mindful of the busy road. Tunes coming in here. Oh, cool. F-15s now. And another F-35. So oh, here we go. So the Pratt & Whitney engines on the F-15E Strike Eagle, the Pratt & Whitney F-100 229, producing 29,000 pounds of thrust each. Here we go. Now let me just get in position. Looks good. .6, so still 134.6 to beat, wasn't it? Or was it 134.3? Sure. So now it's time for the legendary F-15E Strike Eagle. To show us what they got. It does feel like a Friday now with quick climbs, and hope you're all enjoying this so far. It's just coming up to 8:20 here in the UK, and it's been an incredible start to the morning. So we've got 3 F-15E Strike Eagles there. Just trying to establish if we've got any more without too many peeps in there. There we go, we'll just leave it there for a sec. It's time to hear a bit of noise. Oh, absolutely. So the amazing F-15 Eagle legacy lives on even over 50 years, and it's still going strong, ladies, gentle teddy bears. Oh yes, the F-15E Strike Eagle arrived here in '92, by the way, with the 48 fighter wing. The first F-15A flight was made on in July 1972, and the first flight of the two-seater F-15B, formerly the TF-15A, the family version, was known as the TF-15A. This first flight for the family version was made in July 1973. Now, the first Eagle F-15B was delivered in November 1974, and in January 1976, the first Eagle destined for a combat squadron was delivered to the 555th, the triple nickel, at that time. So next January will be their 50th year of operations in a combat squadron. How cool is that? The single-seater F-15C and the family version F-15D model, they entered Air Force inventory in the beginning of 1979. Now, these new models had the PEP, that's the Production Eagle PEP 2000 improvements. They had a 2,000 pound of additional internal fuel provision for carrying external conformal fuel tanks and an increased maximum take-off weight. And it is still going. So the Strike Eagle, as we can see. Oh, hello, where are you going? Just quite a few people in my shot, so I'm just gonna hold off for a bit. Hang on. The F-15E Strike Eagle was introduced in 1988 and got its IOC on the 30th of September 1989. First flight, 31st of March 1987, the first officially completed F-15E flight. And it's still going as a F-15QA, F-15EX, F-15SAs. It is still going. I think they've all gone now, that's cool. We've got a nice mix there of F-35s and F-15E Strike Eagles. And the F-15E Strike Eagle, in its lineage of the F-15 September the 13th, 1985, at 12:42 p.m. Major Wilbur Doug Pearson pushed the pickle button in the cockpit of his F-15A and launched a missile high over the Pacific Ocean. And he was in a steep vertical climb, flying at just under Mach 1, and was at 36,000 feet. Now, what was the purpose of firing this and hitting the pickle button? Well, the missile roared towards its target, which was out of space. I give you the only aircraft to shoot down a satellite that's technically in space. And the satellite P78-1, the Solwind, was moving at 17,500 miles per hour, almost 300 miles above Pearson's aircraft. And the F-15 has shot down something out of space. The only fighter to shoot down a satellite. How cool is that? Now, the F-15E Strike Eagle has an unusual victory marking on one of their aircraft, and that was on the February the 14th, Valentine's Day 1991, during a combat air patrol mission piloted by Captain Bennett and Captain Back. They were tasked with hunting for air defense situations and noticed the Mi-24 attack helicopters. This is probably one of the most unusual aerial victories, and well, they achieved a unique air-to-air kill by using a 2,000-pound laser-guided bomb, which was a GBU-10, to destroy the Iraqi Mi-24 attack helicopters. It was a remarkable story because it's very unusual in that sense to drop a laser-guided bomb for an aerial victory. This is most unusual for that. And normally you're attacking things on the ground very much, but it was known as the unconventional type of kill. Instead of engaging the intended targets, they ended up targeting the Mi-24, and it saved the special forces on the ground. I think, have I got this right in thinking that is that the only air-to-air victory of an F-15E using a ground attack? Oh, using a ground attack weapon, I think. Of course, the oh, hello. There's all sorts of lovely sounds coming on at the moment. Look at this. So this is the F-35A. This is a different variant to the one we're going to see tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have the pleasure of potentially seeing the Ain't No Bother to Hover. That's right, the F-35B. That's at Marham. This is the A variant. So the F-35A, that's your lean, mean stealth machine. They're all stealth, all the three main variants, although the A variant is classed as a CTOL aircraft, a conventional takeoff and landing. It does have an arrestor hook. It's got a G rating airframe at plus 9G, that's the recommended, at plus 9G, Mach 1.6, and it's the world's most popular variant in Air Force inventories. Here comes trouble. Coated with RAM, like all variants. That's radar absorbing material. And the B variant, which we're going to see tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, it's got boomstick for air-to-air. It's air-to-air refueled, mid-air refueled by boomstick. And that's how you can tell the differences. I know it's quite far away, far away from here, but there's a bit of a bump. I actually thought, as far as the fuselage is concerned, it sits a bit higher. But I believe the F-35A is a bit higher than the B because of the weight reductions that's been carried out on the F-35B. But we'll talk about the F-35B now. So, the F-35B is a Stovall aircraft. It's got a different variant Pratt & Whitney engine in it. It's the F-135 PW600, and it's almost double the size of this engine in this one. Thrust on the F-35A was 43,000. Now the F-35B is a different type of aircraft, different variant, because it can hover. Short takeoff and vertical landing. It doesn't have an arrestor hook, but it does have all sorts of Rolls-Royce added extras to it to make it hover. Now it's got a 41,000 pound of thrust. Mac's got 20,000 pounds of dry thrust just on its special Rolls-Royce lift fan itself. So G rating on the F-35B is a +7. You've got the lift fan here from Rolls-Royce, a 50-inch diameter fan. Got the auxiliary air intake. Rolls-Royce have even connected their vertically aligned engine in here with this shaft, which connects to the F-135 PW600. So the engine normally on an F-135 is here. That's it, about there. All right, okay, with the exception of the exhaust. But this one is all the way out here. It's huge. Rolls-Royce stuck some roll posts on there as well, so it can move left to right. And the F-35B, of course, has got thrust vectoring, because you're going to need that if you're going to hover. There you go, free BSM by Rolls-Royce. Oh yes. There we go. That's the F-35B. However, because of the weight now, as we mentioned about thrust to weight, well, it's had to have a bit of a weight reduction to it. And I believe the stabilizers have been trimmed a little bit. Anyway, I think it's we're gonna ride with an F-15 out. And then of course we've got the beast, the F-35C, the carrier variant, and that's got all sorts on it, a different airframe due to the weight, due to the stresses. It's a carrier variant, 2.3 meters wider on the wingspans, folding wings. Got twin axle for the wheels at the front. It's got two wheels at the front on the nose gear, strengthened suspension, strengthened airframe, and it's got a strengthened twin axle at the front where the catapult is connected, so it pulls it along. A very different arrestor hook on that. Drogue and probe refueling, just like the F-35B, but like I said, extra 4 foot either side of the wings. Got a larger wing area for greater lift. It's a beast. So not only is it got a larger wingspan that can fold, now due to the larger wingspan and the additional lift from the wing area, it's actually got wing flaps that the F-35A and B don't have. Here we go. Keep riding, here we go. This looks good, this looks very good. enjoying this? Oh, hello. Wow, still rumbling down there. 133.9. So we've got 5 F-15E Strike Eagles, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Have I got that back to front? Yeah, 3 on the left, 2 on the right. So far, anyway. I think we've got some PFOs up there, haven't we? Let's have a look. Okay. First arrivals of the day already. There we go, that's our first arrival. Plenty in the overhead right now. F-35A with additional missile railings, pylons. Now, although that may give it a radar profile, so non-stealth, you don't need stealth if you're in defense. This is my area, this is my territory. You want to be seen when you're mean. Oh yeah. Beautiful, look at this. we go. Here comes trouble. Oh. Ted, you right, mate? Ted? Ted's like, what is going on here? Uh-oh, beret down, beret down. Rest in peace, car alarms. Oh. Goodness me. Right, just got Ted Berry, landed on the, just by the windshield of the van. Well, I've also got a tractor down there that's lining up. This could be good.
What?
A tractor. It's the 492nd colours, by the look of it, is blue.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for getting the emojis. It's good for you. Here we go. Let's ride. Here we go. Alright, it's F-15E Strike Eagle. How we doing, ladies, gents, and teddy bears? Hope you're enjoying this. Ted Coningsby channel live here at RAF Lakenheath. Oh, I think it's the tractor's turn now. Here we go. Oh, we've got F-35s now. Here we go. Oh, time. Here they go again. That was a low in that one. Keeping it low for the show. Finished off with an aileron roll. Nice. Well, so 2 more by the look of it. Maybe more. Oh, whoa, this is low. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, no way. Holy salmon gills! Served with caviar and samphire with a bit of pate.
He was tree trim.
I mean, that was just a little bit low, wasn't it? 132.6 on the tedometer there. 134.6 to beat. Not that we want it. Goodness me. Well, I hope you're all enjoying the show. It is an incredible Ted's special treat. Thursday treat. And what a week we've had, right? Rocket Chappie, oi oi to you. Jacques flying high, oi oi. Not Captain Weber. Remco De Vrij, Righty, Mark Moody, Noxie, Mark Garwood, Margot Baxter, Davey, Paul Mayers, Dave Holloway, oi oi to all of you. Hope you're all good. Steve Gosling just tuned in time. Steve Oliver, oi oi. Beth Dunn Birch, Captain A. How are we all doing? Wibbs, Righty, Keithy Boy, Pat Galloway. How are we all doing? Elsie's here, Gucci Man. What up? How are we all doing? White Wizard. Hope you're all enjoying it. Some of you are probably stunned of what's just been going on here. And I really don't blame you. It's a bit of a treat today for our first day. And I hope you all have been enjoying it. Oh, you're right there?
You alright?
Oh, yeah.
You got key rings for my grandson, Ted?
What, buddy?
You got any key rings for my grandson?
Key rings, I do, but they'll be later on. Can't do it this second.
Right,
All right, buddy.
No problem.
Yeah, they're right. I've only got.
One of your fans?
Yeah, they're £5 and I've only got send it and look at this. All right.
Right, no problem.
Perez, Matman Bush, you know how it is. Dr. Soda's here as well. Oi oi. Gucci Man. Here we go. AG, oi oi to you, Davey, Dave Earl Wibbs. Hope we're all good. That must have went literally steep climbing from the get-go. Rock Ape Chappie 5-4, oi oi. Mr. Chicken 3010, oi oi to you. Hope we're all good. So the LN is the current tail code for Lakenheath. It wasn't always like that. They did have a different tail marking system for squadron specific. Started off life as LT, LR, LS and LT, and the L was for Lakenheath and the second letter denominated the squadron, so LR was the 492nd, LS was the 494th and LT was the 494th. When they arrived here on the 15th of January 1960, this was their first time they arrived here in 1960. That's the 48th Tactical Fighter Wing, they were known, so the squadrons were Tactical Fighter Squadrons, and that was on their F-100D Super Sabres, and they came and arrived here in that sort of like raw metal, just pure metal colour, no paint on there. Until the late 60s when they did add camo on there. Now you can see an example of that at Newark Air Museum with LT along with the red tail flash for the 494th Tactical Fighter Squadron at that time at Newark Air Museum. When they transitioned to the Phantom in 1972, they briefly had they changed the system of the tail code to LK, and that was very briefly until 73. It was only for a few months, and I know Hank Verheule's got a classic photo of a Phantom with LK, so it's quite rare if you have actually physically got a photo of a Phantom with LK on it. That's very rare because they changed it to what we have today, LN for Lakenheath. Now, RAF Lakenheath's 48 Fighter Wing is the only wing with not only a number, but a name. It's the only wing of the United States Air Force to have a name, and that was all because in 1952, on the 15th of July, when they were reactivated, okay, not only did they activate, they actually changed to wing status, because during World War II they were actually a group. They weren't wing status then. In fact, they were under the command of the 70th Fighter Wing in operations during World War II. So that brings me to the 1952 then, when they moved back to France, because they were based quite a lot in Cambrai, quite a few Saint-Lô, they were based quite a lot out in France, and then of course Saint-Trond in Belgium, and they moved back to France in 1952. They became a wing status, and nearby was the workshop of Baffoldi. In fact, I think it was about 20 miles away or thereabouts. It's near Paris, and because they were positioned and based quite close to where the Statue of Liberty was designed and built, it was only fitting to give them a name. Now, the mayor had a naming ceremony. I think there was all sorts of parties and ceremonies going on, and they were named the Statue de la Liberté by the mayor. So that's why they have Statue de la Liberté. That's why they called the Statue of Liberty Wing, because they were based near the very workshop of Baffoldi, who designed and built this Statue of Liberty. They sold a classic car in 1952 classic car, I think it was, and they raised money to make a 3-meter replica of the Statue of Liberty, and there's also one here as well. The original 3-meter replica that was built for the base is still there today at Chaumont, in the Chaumont-Saumortier region. If you're ever there, go and have a look. More to go. More to ride. Here we go. Here we go. That is. They are absolutely sending them today. I'm just gonna have a quick look if we got any more, but in the meantime, I hope you're enjoying them. That is. What else have we got down there now? Have we got any more? Ooh, we're empty. Oh no. Gotta show you this. Gotta show you this, hang on. I've gotta show you this, hang on. I've gotta do it in a discreet way, hang on. You ready for this? The office chair. I love that. He's gonna kill me when he sees that back. Hey, his office chair is now famous. It's appeared on the Ted Coningsby channel and he hasn't seen me yet. Let's have a look at the beloved catwalk. Dee 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 dee. Woo! So after the Phantom ladies, gents and teddy bears, we also had more legendary aircraft, but we'll talk about that in just a moment because I've got a feeling there's going to be all sorts coming back. While we wait, I'm just going to grab a quick cuppa. just a quick one. I've got to show you this. Davey, calling Davey. Can someone grab hold of Davey? Look what I've got, Davey. Look at this. Oh yeah, Davey. This was here in '77. Oh yes, the F-111F Aardvark, and in 1977 when they transitioned very briefly the operating the F4 Phantom, when they were operating this in their inventory, the F-111 Aardvark, the 495th activated once more. So there was they went back to 4 squadrons. They were tactical fighter squadrons. So the we had all 4 colours on them: blue for the 492nd, yellow for the 493rd, red for the 494th, and green for the 495th, who were known as the Thundervarks then. And it wasn't until 1991 when they became inactive again. And we'll talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit more about the F-111F Aardvark, something we don't talk about quite often here. Just on a brief note, when they were operating them, and their the longest combat mission at the time in history, the almost 14-hour and 3,500-mile round trip to take part in Operation El Dorado Canyon, which, due to flight restrictions, ended up being one of the longest, or the longest, combat bombing mission in history, or fighter mission, I think it's would be classed that. But amazing, isn't it? There we go. But we'll talk about that very shortly. Lots of history, and I believe the 493rd have flown the most types of aircraft. I've got to about 18. The 492nd and the 494th aren't far behind, with about I think I found about 16, but I believe the 493rd have had slight edge, perhaps. I think it's all due to the fact that they had a C and a D in their inventory. That might be why, of the F-15s, but there you go. But all 3 of those squadrons, so 492nd, 493rd and 494th, have flown a lot of aircraft in their history when they were activated in 1941. They were designated, their lineage have very different designations of numbers, which we'll talk about later on if I get a chance. May not be able to talk about the whole history today because I think it's going to be a busy one. Right, while I can, let me just go and grab a cup of tea. Maybe all right. You see, Bev, better rescue baby. Loves that.
Hi mate, you alright?
Hi, you all right?
While you're down, is it possible to grab a keyring or not? Just from Bolton, and we're just here for the day.
They're fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry about that, I just see you get
Yeah,
down,
you're
so I
right.
ran over
Bless
and
you,
I thought, we're supposed to be at work, but we've got
The face is not on there, so right. Let me just. It's alright. It's okay. There's nothing down there, but there might be some more like that. See what we got. Send it. Send it. And look at this. See what they've got. It's alright. Send it. You've got to have to send it. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank
Cheers
you.
for that, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. You here for the day or just for a little bit? Oh, yeah. I know what to say. Thank you very much. Yeah, did you see some of the departures?
Yeah, we've seen it all.
Really? Oh, wow. Well, that's good then. That's good if you want to see them all. Because they quite a bit. So you should start to come back on them. Not too far away. So yeah, they've been sending them. Did you see that really low one?
Yeah.
The one where you probably couldn't see.
And then the one that was in here, and it was up already.
I know, I missed that because I was looking here and it was up there. That was really cool. Alright buddy, you take care, have a good one, see ya. Oh, we've got a low approach. Ugh. With a cup of tea and one hand on the controls. Oh well. Even the landings are, or arrivals are, pretty exciting here. Is Dave alright? Dave, are you alright, man? I know you just... Oh, right, let me get back to basics. Just needed a quick cuppa, do you know what I mean? You know when you just need a cuppa quickly? You know how it is. is there. Hang on. If I can get a shot of this, I'll try, because it's light, it's a bit harsh. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I think I got it. This is what looks like it's carrying out a PFO. So this is simulating a flame out. Now the engine is not stalled, it's still running, it's still going, it's just not, it's a bit like your boiler. You know, the pilot light's gone. It's working, just not combusting. So what this does, it goes into what's called, I mean, all aircraft can do this. They will go into high key. Now that's an altitude of between 7,000 and 10,000 feet. To simulate it, just put the aircraft on idle and drop it like this into almost like a very, very, very high, steep final or base leg, and drop it. And the idea on a real flame out is to try and start the engine, not to land it at first. So if you can start it, it's just to give it a boost, almost like jump starting a car. And the pilots put it on idle, and that's where you hear the bang when it starts again. Look at this. Gravity is an aircraft's, you know, enemy, right? It's a aircraft's worst nightmare when you've only got the one engine, and if that goes, this is why they practice a lot of these flame out, practice flame out procedures, also called a simulated flame out as well, SFO. There are rules that are set by the US Air Force at Lakenheath here. You can only have 4 in the circuit when you're carrying out PFOs, due to the nature of a PFO. You know what it is, you've got to have that circuit clear. You can't have loads of aircraft flying around. You've got an aircraft doing a PFO, you know, you've got to think of the dangers doing it. And it's remarkable to watch, really. Of course, as I said, it's almost like jump starting a car. So please, as a disclaimer, please don't take your vehicle 10,000 feet up in the sky and try to bump start it. I'll be impressed if you could. I might as well just chuck it out there nowhere. No. I'm sure the Reggies have done something like that. I bet the Reggies have done that, taken a, I don't know, some Datsun, chucked it in a C-130 once upon a time and just tried to start it 10,000 feet. I reckon if something the Reggies would have done. Lovely, look at this. There we go, so that's back. They're all starting to come back little by little, but it's been a cracking day, isn't it? Really, really amazing already, and it's not even yet. It's 9:32 in the morning here in the UK, and it's just been a sensational day. So yeah, enjoy it. Now, normally I'd like to say it's a great way to end the week, and we're not ending this week yet, because we're at Marham tomorrow for some action, hopefully, because of course it might not get any F-35s tomorrow. It might be just the F-18s again like last Friday, but you never know. You just see what happens. Might not even get anything. Those are the risks. Even today, you just don't know. We have had a few occasions where there was nothing flying at Lakenheath. We had, actually, tell a lie, we did get the C-17, but there was one occasion, one Monday, that there was nothing, absolute zero. So, you know, never take it for granted, you know, as a plane spotter. Enjoy what you see, especially, you know, with military. This isn't Heathrow Airport where there's scheduled flights and departures, arrivals, etc. This ain't no holiday. This is military. Got to take it like that. You know, when you go to, you know, air weapons ranges and places like Macloop Lake District for low flying areas, they really pose a a greater chance of not seeing anything, but when you do, the excitement is just completely overrides any of the waiting. I've always said this, to be waiting for like 6 hours at the Lake District, for example, and you see one typhoon, which I've done before, just a single typhoon, and it was enough. There was probably about 6 hawks that I completely missed, yes, but just seeing that one typhoon is amazing. But if you come to a viewing area for aircraft activity, you do have that chance of not seeing anything. So just expect to see nothing, and when you do, it's just a bonus. It's been a great day. The sun's out, it's reasonably mild, which is nice. How are we all doing? Hope we're all good, ladies, gents and teddy bears. How you doing? All right?
Thanks, Nicholas.
You all good?
We stood over there with them 2 low F-15s.
Oh, did you see those 2?
We
You did, yeah, I think you've had a trim there, haven't you? God.
They were low.
They were, yeah, yeah, they were low. They were very extremely low. It was good. Good fun, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Good times, good times.
Can I just say you do an absolute amazing job.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm a tractor driver and you're always on.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank
We're
you.
always texting each
Oh,
other.
all right, nice one.
No, it's
Oh,
really
nice
good,
one.
'cause we
Thank
can't get down here all the time.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's it. That's what it's for, you know. If you can't make it, tune in and just pretend you're there. We'll try and create that little buzz, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got tickets to Riyadh as well, so we'll be...
Oh, you have? Oh, cool. You're going to enjoy that. It's going to be good. Just fingers crossed for the weather and all that. It is what it is, you know. It's,
Are you down tomorrow?
Sorry?
Are you down here tomorrow? as well?
Marham tomorrow.
Marham.
Yes, Marham tomorrow. 'Cause it's closed here tomorrow.
Close again.
Yeah, as far as I know anyway. So Marham tomorrow, I finish up the week because it feels like a Friday now for me. So I've got to just try not to say Friday today. It's, yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Is this your favourite place?
I like the variety of everything. I've gone to a different place every week. All week this week I've been to somewhere different.
Yeah.
You know, you go to Marham, you see aircraft, you know, F-35s hovering. You know, so that's exciting. So I just like to mix it up.
Yeah.
It is good here. They're all good,
Yeah.
and it's just nice. But I'll always have that affinity with Coningsby, though, because it's where it all started for
Yeah.
me. So I'll always love that place. But yeah, there's a lot of excitement levels here, for sure. There's definitely excitement levels for sure. But now that the BBMF is starting to start flying, that's a different level. It's a much more, and you know, it means a lot. Different experience, you know. I know there's quick climbs, but there's also seeing a Lancaster fly. It's different. It's different. That's what I mean. It's very, very different. Completely different. It's it's straight to the heart, that, isn't it? You know what they mean. And when they start flying in formation soon, it's just going to be something else. It's quite exciting. But yeah, all good.
Just keep it up.
I will, thank you very much.
All the best.
Enjoy your day, yeah?
And you.
Thank you. Different one. Ah, might have got on a different piece of paper. Ah. Oh well. Thought I had. One sec. I'm just going to find something in a minute. What a day we've had, eh? Oh. Hang on. Let's do a bit of a top up. gonna show you a few bits I didn't get to show you yesterday because it was so windy. Rather than naming them as well, and I was going to show you the aircraft of the 48th Fighter Wing. So they activated the 48th as a bombardment group light at first when they started, but you can see here the various aircraft, and the 493rd taking the lead really with the amount of variety of aircraft. See, the 495th, they were inactive just after April in 1944, so they kind of like stopped here, and sadly they went to a different bomb group because I will show you, if I may, if one could, the system. So when the 48th bomb group light were formed, when they were activated, of course things started to heat up in Europe, so there was a bit of a change and a reorganization within the bomb groups. So I'm going to show you what I found. Now this is a bomb group and a fighter group and their wings. So this is a sort of example of the organization and the fighter groups, etc. So the 1st Air Division, you've got your bomb wing, and then you've got your 3 bomb squadrons with that, and they merged them to 4, and each wing was designated to a bomb wing as well to look after them for escorting. Now the thing is, I'm going to show you some of this. So in December 1942 they introduced the squadron codes. Don't forget, World War I and II Royal Air Force were already carrying out such things, such as squadron codes. In June 1943 the group letters and division and shapes started to come into effect, which I'll talk about. Spring 43, the coloured stabilisers were added to the 2nd Air Division, and winter 44, there was no more paint to save pounds and cost. So the organisation, of course, it was something that was happening. With the events of Pearl Harbor in December 41, on the 7th, the US wasn't involved in this at all, but things were looming up, things were happening, so it was time to get things ready. So they was, this is just a bomb group example, and an air. So you got an air force, you got an air division, a wing, a group, and squadrons. Now fighter squadrons, they it was 3 to a group when things started to get a little bit more organized. The shapes meant different things on the bomb groups, and the fighter wings had their own groups, and each group were going to have 3 squadrons. Now the problem is, the 48th, well, they had 4, didn't they? So they moved the 495th to a different group. So with that, then that will be why they moved to a different bomb group at the time. They did have a different name designation, but the 495th, they became part of the 407th fighter bomb group, which was in Texas. But unfortunately for them, they actually they became inactive. They kind of like disbanded, if you like. So that was kind of like the end of them, sadly, with their missions. They deactivated actually on the 1st of April 1944. So this is why there was only the 3 that made it to the European theatre during World War II. So you can see where the aircraft stopped for the 495th, about here, which they did operate the P-47. But the thing is, in 43, the men set sail of the 48th fighter group. They set sail, ended up at Ibbsley, and the 495th, because they were a different group, they didn't make it. They didn't make it to their. It was in March 1944 that the rest of the personnel set sail, and that was on the 21st of March 1944. And although they were operating the P-39 and the P-40, and it wasn't until later on that, to their happiness, that they were operating the P-47 Thunderbolt, ladies, gents and teddy bears. My favourite fighter of World War II, the P-47 Thunderbolt, which was absolutely amazing. And this is it here. A very, very different league. So with just the three, oh, the wind's picking up now. This is what I was afraid of, with the wind picking up with all the models up here. So the P-47 Thunderbolt was with the 48th. Look at that, the 48th Fighter Group ended up in RAF Ibsley just for a short period of time until they went to Cambrai. The P-47, if you compare that, the size to a Spitfire, it's in it, literally, it's in its own league. You know, you've got a 46 litre engine, air cooled as well, which is my favourite. And then the little 27 litre Spitfire. I mean, the wingspan's quite similar actually, but overall it's a huge P-47 Thunderbolt. And it was assigned to the 48th. They were part of the they were part of the 9th Air Force. Now, you've probably never heard of the 9th Air Force. You're probably all familiar with the mighty 8th. They took care of a lot of escorting the bombers. They did a lot of that, but the 9th Air Force were a lot more ground attack, low-level attack missions and supporting the troops on the ground. So that's proper close air support, which is what the A-10 does, hence its name, the Thunderbolt 2. That's where it gets its name from. So it's keeping on the lineage of this beautiful role that innovated close air support. Like I said, it's an absolute beauty of an aircraft which the 48th were flying, and they won a couple of distinguished unit citations and awarded awards in Belgium as well, and for their D-Day operations. In fact, they took part in 2,000 sorties during the Normandy campaign and the liberation of France. They ended up in St. Trond with a 10,000 foot runway, which the pilots absolutely loved. So we've got the, keeping the history bite-sized today, because I think it's going to be on off today. Just to give you a little heads up while I'm doing the history in little bite sizes today. With the departures, it was bits and pieces, and yeah. There's another thing to show you for those that don't know. So early in 1942, a little bit of a change happened to the US Army Air Force. Don't forget, it was technically Army, but a flying unit. Now, you may notice a few differences apart from different aircraft. So you've got two roundels. Now then, let me just open up this a little bit. So the roundels literally are markings to assist you with aerial combat. Don't forget, if you're going 300 miles per hour and this aircraft is heading towards you 300 miles an hour, that's a combined speed of 600 miles per hour. That every second is what? 450 meters a second? If you're both going at something like that. I just made that up. It sounds right. It sounds about right. But what I'm saying is that you know, pilots were looking out for markings. You know, it's not like a you know, a game. It's, you know, where, you know, it conveniently tells you what the aircraft is. You know, this is what you're looking for. Now, if your eyes are probably focused in the middle here when it comes to roundels. Now, the brain loves symmetry. It really does. And it starts to look for the center of stuff. If you were in a 109 and you got this Spitfire, your brain is locked here. So what you've done here, you've set your sights already to hit an attack here and here. The most crucial part of any fighter or aircraft. You are in that cockpit, your engine is here, and you've just set yourself a center point. So that in mind, the US Army Air Force done away with the double roundel system. Just the one on the top left and on the bottom left. Look at that, or right if you look at it in that respect. Your eyes are now focused over here, not in the middle. So the point is, okay, you may be getting shot at the wing, but it really put off the sights and the targets. This is why they got rid of the twit 2 roundel system. Simple but effective. Wasn't about saving paint, it was about saving lives, and that's exactly what it did. Amazing. Now, the radial engines that were air cooled, which you could actually fit a human being in this one. You can in the air intake of the P-47. Because it's cooling your engine with air, it could take a lot of damage. In fact, there was instances of having 9 cylinders missing. Half your cylinders gone, and you can still get home in a P-47. When you've got a liquid cooled, then if you start getting hit here, you're going to have leaks, you're going to have overheating problems, and that is pretty much the end, and you're going to have to start thinking about bailing out. Whereas a radial cooled engine is, a radial air cooled engine is a lot more supportive in longevity of getting combat attacks straight to the cowling. So this again for me is a winner. Now, what the P-47 lacked in dogfight maneuvers, it could get away with altitude. It was almost 43,000 feet, and it even had, for those fans of Fast and Furious, it didn't have NOS, but it did have a form of injecting system. It had a water and alcohol mixture where the pilot can gain 300 extra horsepower just by hitting the boost. I think it was something like 30 gallons, or was it 330 gallons or 300 gallons? 30 gallons of this air and water mixture. Now, don't forget, this had to be used carefully in small boots, but it gave the pilot an extra 300 horsepower on top of the 2,000 horsepower on this beautiful designed aircraft. When initiating dogfights, 109 pilots would have to remember, if they didn't know, unless they found out the hard way, when initiating a dogfight with a 109 or 190 with drop tanks, well, you would need to actually drop your drop tanks, especially if you got fuel. The drop tanks is full of gas and pressurized, so P-47 Thunderbolts would usually look out for that, and if they hit the drop tank on a 109, you only have to imagine the rest. Just waiting for the rest of the aircraft to arrive. So yeah, so it was 3 squadrons. Now, as I mentioned, just quickly, so 9th Air Force then, strafing and attack. So it wasn't really going to get many aerial victories because of the 9th Air Force's role was literally supporting the army on the ground. However, when initiating in aerial combat, the 492nd did score 3 victories, the 493rd 8.5 and 8 to the 494th, by the way, for those that are interested. So a lot, I think just one of 65 missions was an escorting mission, just from one of the pilots that I know about. The P-47 Thunderbolt. This one is the Razorback. They did make around 700 of these and 700 of the bubble canopy. Some preferred the Razorback, hence this is why it's called a Razorback, because it's like a razor edging on that. The bubble canopy, literally a 360 degree, well, not 360 degree view, as it was literally a bubble, and the fuselage was not like a razor, it ended here, so that it was a whole, you had a clear view 360 if you can turn your neck like that. So we are coming up to almost 39 years since the El Dorado Canyon raid, and an aircraft that we haven't featured much on the show, and since 1977. Now, if you remember, I said about the 495th fighter bomb squadron. They deactivated in 1944, right? Well, they came back, let me do the maths, in 1977, because Lakenheath were about to have this in their inventory. They said goodbye to, you know, oh, what's that? Oh, it's something like that. They said goodbye to their F-4 Phantoms, which actually were ex-Vietnam War, or were they Korean? Sorry, Korean. I think it's Korean, isn't it? It's Korean. Pretty sure. One sec. Let me just check my notes. Don't want to say the wrong thing. Got my notes here. It's a good point, actually. No, Vietnam. I was right first time. Yeah, Vietnam. I should always go with my first answer. It's usually right the first one. Yeah, they were ex-Vietnam, and in 77 they converted to this, but in 1977 we welcomed back the 495th. Now, if you ever see a TFS or TFW, so the 48th TFW, at that time, in fact, since 1958, the 48th were actually designated as a tactical fighter wing. Okay, so the 48th Tactical Fighter Wing, that usually means the squadrons take that title. All right, so they become the 48th Tactical Fighter Squadrons. All right, so we welcome back the 495th. Welcome. So there we go. So in 77, it's time for not only to welcome back another squadron, welcoming them back after what, 33 years of being inactive. We've also got a very new aircraft, the General Dynamics F-111 Aardvark. And it was supersonic, I think max speed at Mach 2.5, medium range multi-role combat aircraft. Wasn't really designed, I guess, for air-to-air combat in some respect, but it was big, it was massive. Had a couple of fun nicknames. But first flight was on the 21st of December 1964. And it was introduced on the 18th of July 67. It's quite a while ago, isn't it? Almost 58 years ago. But developed in the 1960s by General Dynamics. And all four squadrons had these with LN written on them with their... they did have a boss bird with all four colours on this. A remarkable aircraft. And in the United States Air Force, the initial delivery was on the 17th of July 67 to fighter squadrons at Nellis Air Force Base. These aircraft were used in basically for crew training, but took part in various conflicts and testing. Now, just to give you a bit of spec details on this lovely aircraft, the specifications of it. It's a bit like the Tornado with its swing wings that can swept wings. Crew of 2, length at 73 foot 6 inches. That's 22.4 meters. Wingspan 63 foot. That's 19 meters. And if you think that the Typhoon is just short of what, it's about 10.9 meters, the Eurofighter Typhoon in meters, that's so that's almost another 8 meters wider. Wow, is what I'm going to say to that. With the swept wing though, 9.8, so it becomes a little bit less than the Typhoon, so that's quite impressive. So it actually can be swept into a smaller aircraft. Powered by Pratt & Whitney's, two of them TF30 P100 afterburning turbofan engines, producing 17,900 pounds of thrust with a max speed of Mach 2.5. That's 2.5 times the speed of sound. G limits, the rating is around 7.33, I believe. Did have the M61 Vulcan cannon. It was 6-barreled Gatling. I think that's what the F-16 and the F-15s have here, the M61 Vulcan cannon. Fires around, I think, something silly like 6,000 rounds a minute, I think. I'm pretty sure it does that. Let me have a think. Is it? I'm pretty sure it's 6. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it's 6,000 rounds a minute. So it will have a lovely sound to that. But yes, and we shall be remembering 1986, the 16th of April. The squadrons took part in El Dorado Canyon, and in fact the 494th, they were awarded something quite rare. Now I'm just going to move this. Got some special notes for you here, if I can, because it's it's got windy all of a sudden, so I'm just going to pop that there a minute. Don't you dare. Hang on. With the wind and my little charts, they do get blown away, sadly, but I'm going to show you this. So the Elder, no, that's my hang on, give me a sec, I'm going to have to sort this out. Hang on a minute. Alright, wind. Now, during the raid, I believe it was the 494th, during the raids, the 494th actually won something quite, they were awarded something quite prestigious. That was the Navy Meritorious Unit Commendation in 1986 for their mission success. Wow, that's quite something. It was like something like just under 14 hours, that El Dorado Canyon mission. And due to flight restrictions, that's what was it. Now, my wings on here, they don't actually move, I'm afraid, sadly, to show you that. So that's a shame. Maybe I could modify it. But yeah, what a lovely aircraft to have here. And that lasted until the retirement. I think the last one left in December 92. But in 91, once again, the 495th actually became inactive, and this is where things changed for Lakenheath. It was time for the arrival in 92 of the F-15E Strike Eagle. I need to get some F-15 models now, don't I really? And that changed Lakenheath. In fact, they changed their name to the 48th Fighter Wing. They dropped tactical, which means a reorganization. So we said goodbye, and it became literally an Eagle station. The Grim Reapers of the 493rd, they became inactive but reactivated a year later. So 94, we started to see the F-15C and D models solely operated by the 493rd, who went on to become MiG proper, who also had some MiG kills in their time in 1999. In fact, on the 24th of the 3rd, 99, during Operation Allied Force. In fact, there's one of the canopies that is here that they shot down at in the Grim Reapers area in their bar, probably, I don't know, in their heritage centre if they've got one, or heritage area, and that was they got 4 aerial victories, 2 in one day. Dirk 2-1 got the 2 in 8-0-0-156. Also Edge 6-1 and Knife 1-3 also getting and scoring aerial victories with MiG-29s. Paul M. Hennings as well, good to see you, man. Oh, thanks Davey for the update. 87.3k as well, thank you very much. So here we go. So thank you to, who was he? The gentleman who gave me a load of encyclopedias today. I've got about, I don't know, a big black bag full of books, and he was the one that donated that F-111 aardvark. So thank you very much, sir. So let's see how we're all doing, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. Hope we're all well. As you can see, it's nice and sunny. And Margot, thank you very much for the super chat towards Ted's Salmon Bagels, a Guards March. Here's a Lakenheath treat, thank you. Have to get bear snacks at the burger van. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Not Captain Weber, member for 23 months, 1 month away from joining the Green Badge Club. Thanks Nikos, Claire Bear, Ted for everything over the last almost 2 years. And thank you as well. Thanks for continuing to be a member for nearly 2 years. Thank you very much. Keithy Boy, happy Thursday everyone. Let's ride. Thank you very much for the super chat. And a Guards March to Babsar. High five, thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Paul Fuller as well, member for 13 months. Oi oi everyone, what a lovely day to watch F-35s. Absolutely, thank you very much. Gary D with nearly a year membership with 11 months. Oi oi, happy spring everyone. Weep. Katie Coates, Guards March, thank you so much for your super chat. Hey Tedders, just getting to hobble into my office for work after tearing my calf at the gym. Oh dear. Tuesday night exercising. Exercising is dangerous. It is, so please be careful when exercising. Absolutely. Hope you get well soon. Claire Squared, thank you very much for the super chat. A Guards March. I loved my first year of Wheeps, Foons and Arrows and looking forward to the next. Thanks Ted, Nikos and all of the TCS. A Guards March for Claire Squared. Claire Squared also celebrating 12 months as a whole year of membership. Yay! Got my blue badge. Thank you so much. Lovely to see lots of blue badge members on here. Amazing. Margot, thank you very much for the super burger, which I'm now getting hungry. I would need to wait for all the aircraft to get back to even attempt to get to the burger van. We Stevie Boy, a high five and a Guards March. Thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm just going to secure a few bits. Still sort of threatening to get a bit windy later. But, let me just pop that over here. So we're just going to finish the week off tomorrow then at RAF Marham, hoping to catch some hovering stealth fighters. And the only place in the UK to see that, at RAF Marham. But it is a gamble. And we were very lucky on... in fact, actually I just realised we're doing Marham twice this week. So that's a good one, isn't it? Marham gets to go on twice. And hope to see some F-18s as well. So yeah, wow, 87.3k as well, and that's all down to all of you for supporting the channel. Here come our F-35s from the right, just over the trees. Here we go. Nicely done, here we go. F-35s come back. I don't think we've had an F-15 come back yet, have we? It's just been F-35s. That was the next one. So the F-35As flown by two squadrons. That's the 493rd Fighter Squadron, the Grim Reapers, and the 495th Fighter Squadron, the Valkyries. They do have an arresting hook, but I've never seen it. Well, that's good news, but even on a test, it'd be quite nice to actually see. I've never seen that. They don't have a parachute, but you can have one as an optional extra. So, you know, next time you're riding down to your Lockheed Martin showroom and you're purchasing a new F-35, you can always order a optional extra of having a drag chute pod at the back, which are featured on the Norwegian F-35s, the Norwegian variants that have the chute pod at the back, so they don't come as standard. This one's got a WA tail, so these are on loan. Nellis. know strafing the Tedmobile was part of the circuit.
Where's the tent?
Yeah. This looks good. Already. amazing how that sound just travels all the way to the pod. Did you hear that? It's amazing, isn't it? How it just travels over there. It's really cool. Sweeps. There you go. On cue as well, that, wasn't it? We've missed the sweeps. We don't get to hear many of them when they're using 05, but yeah. What are you doing here? Yeah, I was like, hang on, I'm not at Waddington, am I? No.
Did you not see the car over there?
No. No, you're right. Oh, cool. Pretty much, I guess. I'm going to double check, but...
No, it hasn't.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so we're heading tomorrow now.
Oh, nice. You'll catch the F-18s.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
So we're going to head up there and see what's going on. It's really nice.
Yeah, that'd be alright, wouldn't it? You okay? I'll come down and say hello. I don't think there's anything
Yeah, we can...
just yet.
Tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Grab some biggies.
Cool.
And some of it.
It's the way.
Hey!
All right, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, yeah, you all right? How you doing? Okay. Oh no, it was a good day for it. That's the result. I'll just catch this one. Enjoy. We've got a low one here. Got two. just see that? Oh my god. It's like treetop flying now. Well, I don't really know what to say about that other than yeah. I don't really know if squirrels actually play marbles, by the way. I just I don't know, do they play marbles? Probably do, with the collection of acorns and stuff. We've still got 4 F-35s airborne, but I think they're in orbit rather than airborne from those low approaches that look like they went straight up into high key. The F-35s are 10,000 feet right now, 12 o'clock high, and they're into high key. Let's see if I can track one. Hang on a minute, let me capture one. I'm getting blinded. Again, looks like PFOs. There's another one. And you'll just appreciate the rate in which they drop at. Yeah, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, look at this, look at this. Let's just turn it into a glider. This takes amazing amount of professional skill. I think they've just called out strafe the Tedmobile. Oh my salmon, here we go. Okay. Hold on to your hats, whatever hair you've got left, and enjoy. Here we go. Next! Wheel him in! Wow. power on these engines. 43,000 pounds of thrust on this huge turbofan.
Should have fetched me 10 ladies.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Ladies, gents, teddy bears, it's time to close your lap trays in the forward position, and here we go. If anyone's got a burger in their mouth, now is the time. We got a couple more. Yeah, have a great time at Marham.
Oh, well.
Enjoy.
What, you know, man?
Not sure. I'll see. Probably, yeah, just call it a day. Go tomorrow. I'm going to be there tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Oh, no, I'm going back early. I'll come back tomorrow. Oh, no. Oh.
All right, Joe.
Yeah, you take care. Have a great time at Marham. Enjoy. Bye. I'm not sure, man. I'm really not sure. Just when I think that was the last lot, another lot came, so I don't really know at the moment.
I appreciate the stream, Jim.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been good today.
Yeah, it's been a mega day.
Yeah.
Yeah, from working from home, I normally have you up
Oh,
the stream.
here we go, look.
We've got some more in, have we? Oh, wow.
Still more out there. Beautiful. Oh my word, I was not expecting that. Goodness me. Again, here we go. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful approaches with a very, very hard pull back on the stick there to give it that vertical. Why not? To see the aero braking from this angle. You take care, man. Take care, man. And if you enjoyed that, ladies, gents and teddy bears, don't forget to hit the like button. And of course, come join us, subscribe to your one and only Ted Coningsby channel, bringing you live military aviation around the country. Hope you've all enjoyed it today. And don't forget to hit the notification bell button as well, where you'll be notified of our latest and greatest live streams and videos as well. Come check out tedconingsby.co.uk if you're a fan of the F-15 and F-16, those at Fleet. Don't forget to get yourself the Ted Coningsby official Fleet baseball hat, available in the white Fleet and also the black Fleet, which this one's the white, of course, with the grey silver shadow. We've also got a black Fleet, which is really nice, beautifully embroidered in 3D and also embroidered at the back with Ted Coningsby. Get yourself a visit to tedconingsby.co.uk, and if you're a member, don't forget to don't forget to get yourself some discount using our Ted Coningsby members discount. All right, man.
Is that it?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I have followed you around the same speed as
Well, I hope you've enjoyed it today, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. Welcome to RAF Lakenheath, United States Air Force in Europe base, and it's been absolutely fantastic today to watch them train here and do their thing. While this taxi's back down the catwalk, I'm just going to grab a cup of tea, and then I'll just find out if that is it, or at least we think. Yeah, it's been good, isn't it? Yeah, man, really good. That's it. I'm just gonna have a tea and then listen in to 80s.
80s. Tell me, I'm ignorant here.
Oh, okay.
Traffic.
Every airport has got one. It's automated terminal information service, and every airport's got one, and it's updated every hour, or if there's been a significant change. So this would be the wind direction, wind speed, what runways in use, any issues around the airbase, and it's updated every hour, and it's done A to Z, so Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Mike. So when you hear them coming saying on information echo, if ATIS think no, it's Foxtrot now, it's run out, then they will take plane. But it will tell you if it's closed.
Okay.
So if it's closed, that's sensitive. Good time.
Took that all here, gone. Bought my bloody radio. I charged the batteries up. Got the yeah. So I've been cutting into your channel and seeing what's down there.
Yeah. Good.
But F-15, what?
That one that went really low.
The noise.
It was like treetop, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and the nice curving departures as well were lovely.
There was a lot of that, a lot of dancing,
Yeah.
as I call it.
Yeah.
A lot of dancing around. There's a lot of dancing. I love that. I know it's probably not the right word, but I like, you know what I mean.
Wing waving. So that lady you talked to in red,
Ah,
the lady in red, Christopher, is she the pilot's?
where did I put? Hey, how you doing? All right? Yeah, you good? Yeah, you too. You all right?
Yeah,
You good? Hi, yeah, you all right?
Linked up onto the phone, can hear you gassing around.
How you doing? All right? Yeah, you good?
Yeah, sound.
Good times. Good.
Brilliant. You're doing a lovely job, mate.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we've been actually.
Back up on the show.
Yeah. Is it fair?
Very random all the time. So you just
Depends what they're having for dinner.
Well, ladies and steady bears, thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed our, well, what turned out to be a quick climb Thursday. Impressive. And the Cheese Meister, congratulations on reaching 12 months membership. The Guards March to you. Not been on much recently, but keep it cheesy, TCS. Thank you very much. Wibs, some of the best quick climbs we've seen here now. Salute to the 48. Thank you so much. Guards March. Rosie Guy, high five. Thank you for joining the Ted Coningsby Squadron, Guards March. And Bucky Photography, who's a 7-month member now. Now that is a low approach. It was indeed. Marcel van der Berg, high five. Thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership, Guards March. And celebrating 2 years of membership, Green Badge Club, here we come. It's Stephen Ainsworth. Congratulations, and honestly, thank you so much for 2 years. That's 24 months of membership. Thank you all so much. So, ladies, gents, and teddy bears, it is that time. An early one today. That is it. We are done. So, normally I'd say thank you for the week, but it's not. It's only Thursday. So we still got one more stream to go to finish up the week. So as we do, thank you very much, RAF Lakenheath and the 48 Fighter Wing. Thank you very much. And all of our viewers, thank you so much. And I hope you all enjoyed it. It's been an amazing morning and it's still morning. I know, 11:20, it feels like we've been here. Barry, thank you. You have a good one, yeah? All right, Barry, have a great one. I'll see you next week if you're about. Cheers, man. Oh, and yeah, it's been brilliant. So thank you all for tuning in. So that is it. We're gonna have an early day then, aren't we? We could probably go for a little bite to eat. So I might have a burger in peace. So, so ladies, sheds, and teddy bears, that is it here. So for the last time for today, it's see you soon. No, we haven't done it right, have we? It's too early. My name's Nick Oss, I've been your cameraman and commentator. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby, and you've been watching the Ted Coningsby channel live here at RAF Lakenheath. So for the last time for today, it's see you soon. I wish you well. Hit the button, Ted. Let's go. Yes, quite.
Yes, nice to see you. Take care of yourself.
Oh yeah, ladies, sheds, and teddy bears, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel membership. I'm Nick Oss, I'm your cameraman and commentator. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Just want to say a massive thank you to all our members. Guns up and oh yeah. Take it away, Ted. Ladies, sheds, and teddy bears, we want to say a massive thank you to all of our subscribers for getting us to where we are today. We have gone all over the country, from as far as Lossiemouth to Bryce Norton, and military areas such as air weapons ranges, low flying areas, heritage centres and special flights for TED 2. We cannot do this without your support, and your support will be rewarded. You can now join the Ted Coningsby Squadron and help fund the channel to get us around the country and provide us with the funds for equipment to bring you better content too. We have 3 exciting membership levels with awesome YouTube perks to reward you back for your support. Our first level of membership is the Ted Coningsby Squadron. You'll get a loyalty badge on YouTube, unique TCS emojis that you can use on comments and live streams, members only videos which include behind the scenes, deleted scenes, sneak previews and also music videos that Ted likes to play the electric guitar on. You'll also get access to members only Discord server and discount on all of our Ted Coningsby merchandise. All of this for just $1.99 a month. Oh yeah. Our second level of membership is the Posh Officers Club. This includes all of the squadron perks, private Posh Officers Discord chat room, Posh Officers discounts on all of our Ted Coningsby merchandise, and the poshness of supporting the TCS even more. This is just £4.99 a month. Our third level was inspired by many of our fans who have been supporting the channel massively. So we'd love to reward you back with this, and our third level of membership is the Ted Coningsby Fighter Squadron. This gives you a more personal experience with me and Ted, with exclusive live streams and content. You'll get a free Ted Coningsby Fighter Squadron patch, a private Ted Coningsby Fighter Squadron Discord chat room, a gold colour Discord username, and a higher discount on all of our Ted Coningsby merchandise. All this for just $25.99 a month. Ladies, gents and teddy bears, the Ted Coningsby channel cannot thank you enough for all your support. And it's this support that keeps the dream, keeps the stream. Thank you so much. Oh yeah.
Golf India, Brian 31, Well,